So, fossil fuels. So is fossil fuels, are they evil? They're bad, they're evil. You know, you mustn't fill up your car with fuel. I need to get rid of all the plastic that I've got, of course, because fossil fuels are evil. Coal is dirty. What does the Bible say about fossil fuels? Well, really, if they're available on the earth, the planet, is not the planet a gift from God to the human race? Did he not give that? We're going to be looking into that in a moment. So God gave the planet to the first two humans who were to have a family and spread out, populate the planet. Was the planet's resources of use to them? Was it part of God's gift to the human race? How did we get coal? How did we get oil? How did we get gas? What about the precious metals? Well, firstly, let's see what the leading religious people seem to think about fossil fuels.
If it isn't the end of the fossil fuel era, we need to be approaching that. But that needs to be done with justice for the whole world, not just for...
No, fossil fuels must go. Apparently a whole lot of religious people from around the world met and agreed that fossil fuels are bad, because that's the world's narrative, isn't it? That fossil fuels are bad. So what about everything else? You know, so you've got oil and gas, you've got... what about precious metals? What about resources? Because they're all resources that come from the ground, aren't they? What does the Bible have to say about them? Well, if we go into Genesis, the very beginning, the first book of the Bible, it talks about the creation of life on planet Earth. And then it introduces us to God and his son making Adam and Eve. And it talks about the location of the Garden of Eden in chapter 2. And what does it says here? It says, the location of the garden was the entire country of Havilah, brackets, there is gold in that country and the gold is good. There's also Bethlehem and onyx in that country. So precious metals and precious jewels. Every woman likes a diamond ring, does she not? Well, maybe not every single woman, but the vast majority. So the location of the Garden of Eden was highlighted as something that had valuable materials there, beautiful metals. How would they get those metals? Well, we know that Adam and Eve wore no clothes, but they got cast out of the Garden of Eden. But what did they do? Well, a promise that God made to the nation of Israel, his chosen nation, is mentioned in the writings of Moses. In Deuteronomy chapter 8, and it says here, in a land where food will not be scarce and you will lack nothing, a land where the stones contain iron and from its mountains you will mine copper. Because how does civilization grow? How did civilization grow? They learnt to build. They used bitumen near the end of the Euphrates River to put the blocks together to build cities. They were able to get metal. Metal makes hinges, not just weapons. And precious metals make jewellery. Gold, of course, is prized for trading. So this was all part of God's plan for his human family. So if the planet Earth is a gift from God to us, then all its resources are also a gift from him to us. Now, how did oil, coal, natural gas, how did it get there? Well, the Bible talks about a global flood that changed the Earth's atmosphere from being temperate and warm, a tropical atmosphere all the way around the planet, and the planet was comfortable to live in even if you didn't have clothes on at that time. when this fell, it changed the way the planet operated. Lots of things were instantly destroyed, including huge vast forests. They decomposed and became coal deposits. Lots of animals were buried. Whales and other creatures were buried when the flood came. They decomposed and became oil. And of course, huge rivers, underground lakes of oil eventually created a gas called natural gas. All these natural products, these fossil products, are free to us. We've only got to drill down and get free gas heating. We get free oil. So these were all put in, as it were, the planet. It's a larder for the human race to enjoy. The only thing God said was he wanted us to husband these resources. In other words, look after the planet, take care of it, but use the resources to enjoy for ourselves. In the last 100 or more years, the human race's standard of living has come up really well. So these are a gift from God. So there's no need to condemn them. And the Archbishop there, he doesn't mention Jesus. He doesn't mention him returning to save the planet, which you'd think religious. He didn't open up his Bible. They are the things, only Jesus can save the human race, because the human race has all these wonderful resources, but is misusing some of them. Many of them we're benefiting from. If you've got a washing machine, that's a lot easier than going to the stream down the way and trying to wash your clothes. So many things humans have created that make our lives better. So one of the big problems here is that because the humans were told to take care of the planet, they had husbandly responsibility. So I will cover that in the next video. So as Christians, we should appreciate all that we have, all the beautiful things we have, and it's okay to mine things. Even coal is okay. We just need to be careful about the dirt effect from it. So all these resources are a gift from God. They're not something to condemn and say they're evil, because it's certainly not the case. Thank you very much, and see you again.